How's it going, everyone? College Lefty, and in this video I'm going to be discussing something that I kind of talked a little bit about in my previous video, and I wanted to kind of clarify a couple things on how to build your starting rotation for your ranked season squad. So before I get into it, let me kind of explain a little bit as to what I'm talking about. So this is my ranked seasons rotation, and I have Clayton Kershaw as my ace, Nolan Ryan as my 2, Justin Verlander as my 3, Bumgarner as my 4, and Greinke as my 5. Greinke has been my second best pitcher for me in the rotation. I would use him as my number 2. Unfortunately, I cannot do that. And in this next screenshot, I'm going to be showing a little bit as to what I'm talking about. If the player has the same overall, so for example, I have 399 overall pitchers, I can swap those guys in and out. So I could put Verlander as my ace or Nolan Ryan as my ace and Kershaw as the number 2 or the 3. But because I have those 99 overalls, I would be unable to use a guy like Madison Bumgarner or Greinke as my ace. And that's just because it sorts it. When you go into a game, it sorts your rotation by overall. So for example, I've seen some people that have a lower overall pitcher as their number 3 or their number 4, and then a 99 as their 5 or something like that. So I went ahead and tried it out. I went ahead and went into a game versus a computer just to see how the rotation would load up. And there you see Verlander is indeed in the 3 spot, and Wainwright is in the 4 with Hal Neuhauser as the 5. So it does sort by overall, and I just wanted to clarify a few things just so that you guys can kind of build your rotation in this way and get the best rotation out there possible and get the matchups that you guys are looking for. I know I play a lot of Kershaw versus Kershaw games. In the video yesterday, I played a Kershaw versus Nolan game. The opponent had Kershaw and I had Nolan Ryan, which is something that I don't really see all that often. But if you're looking for some type of matchup like that, this sort of thing will help you out. As we can see here, Adam Wainwright was the ace. He got dropped down to the 5 spot because the other players were a higher overall than him. In this one, I have 3 99s and 2 96 overalls. I would want to use Greinke as the 4 and then Cy Young as the 5. And then I also have Verlander as the ace, Kershaw as the 2, and Ryan as the 3, just to mix it up. And then this last screenshot will go ahead and confirm that as well. So here is the screenshot with Greinke as the 4 and Cy Young as the 5. Kershaw is the 2 spot, and Verlander does take the ace spot there. So you're able to do that. Now I'm going to go ahead and hop into some event gameplay for the remainder of this video. I was pursuing 15 event wins for the 3rd voucher of this second AL Split Squad event, and I think that 3rd voucher from both of the events so far is going to be important, because once the Moonshot event comes out, you will be able to unlock that Omar Vizquel with only a few wins, and after the 1 voucher is redeemed. So I think it'll be like 3 to 5 wins to unlock one of those during the Moonshot event. That Omar Vizquel will be sellable. You can also try him out for your team. Plays a variety of positions. He does look like a pretty good card. And with all these cards coming out, I mean, his price might have went down a little bit because of these Signature Series packs and all these new cards that are in those packs and everything. But I think that card still might go for around 30,000 stubs, about 1,000 stubs for each win that you can that you needed to unlock that card anyway. But in this game, so far it's 1-1. I mean, the opponent got off to an early start, and I was able to match him with the first batter of the game in Joey Gallo. Gary Sanchez was playing down on inside edge for this video, and he was unable to hit that last pitch out for a home run. Just hit it right to the warning track, and Joey Gallo makes the play out there, and he's also tracking this one down, I believe. I think that was Joey Gallo out there in left field. But the next batter up is Steve Pearce. He's also going to shoot one into the gap. That is going to get down for extra bases. Gallo was unable to track that one down. So we have a 1-out double and a chance to score this run. I was unable to do so. So in the top of the 3rd, we have a 1-1 game. Polanco is up, and he's going to shoot one into the gap. That's going to be a double as well. George Springer is not the best center fielder, but he is my best offensive card in this gameplay, I would say, with the best attributes. My only diamond, I went ahead and sold some of the other diamonds I was using, like JD Martinez, Stanton, that Giambi, and Matt Chapman, a couple guys like that. I just wanted to sell those cards, and luckily I did, because the market did indeed crash. But here in this game, I got into kind of a tight situation with the bases loaded and 1 out facing Gary Sanchez with Lee Smith. I was able to get the strikeout there on a slider more over the middle of the plate than I would have liked it to be. But this opponent was more early on the off-speed pitches. He's definitely sitting on the fastball, and I was trying to throw as many off-speeds as possible and keep him off balance. But Later on in the game, I mean, I had a chance to walk it off there with Jonathan Scope. It was a ground rule double. I was unable to capitalize and score the run. And then later on in extra innings, the opponent is starting this inning off with a double, an extra base hit. I only had Nolan Ryan left in my bullpen, so that's not going to be the best arm to go to, especially Gold Nolan Ryan. He really only has a fastball, changeup, and a curveball, and those pitches aren't the best. That was a really strange play. I made a diving stop with Scope and had a yellow throw, but he does indeed make the throw. So I thought I was going to lose that game on that that throwing error right there. But what a play by Scope. I don't even know how he was able to successfully get the guy out, but I have seen that happen a few times, more so in years past. I haven't really seen that in this year's game. But I had to go with Michael Brantley. I brought him in off the bench. I was trying to walk the game off with him. Nolan Ryan was out of energy completely. I figured it would be better off if I used a position player in this game. It's really not the best strategy because at any time he can hit a home run if he sits on one of these pitches, or if I miss the meter over the middle of the plate. And I'm not even trying to really throw strikes with this dude. I'm trying to make him chase pitches out of the zone. I did have to attack Vladimir Guerrero Jr. though. I guess I could have walked him here with the base open and 2 down, but I didn't really want to get Michael Brantley into the yellow with stamina, because then that would be a nightmare to deal with. But anyway, a changeup low in the zone. I did indeed miss over the plate, and he hits one out there. That's going to be a crucial run in the top of the 6th. So now I may have played these extra innings for nothing. I might take this loss anyway. The current streak is at 4-0, so I'm trying to extend this streak, get this 14th win. I was able to draw a walk with Gary Sanchez, so now I have a chance to walk the game off with Chris Davis. I shoot one up the middle there. I thought that was going to be a double play to end the game, but it does get through the infield there for a base hit. It brings up Jonathan Scope, and on a 1-0 count, or 0-1 count, he sends one deep. That is going to be launched out. That was low in the zone, but as you saw earlier, I got the launch angle with that ground rule double. That one did indeed go out for a home run. We get the walk-off hit, move up to 5-0, and that is indeed the 14th win. But in this next game, this opponent has a great squad as well. He has Gleyber Torres, who's definitely a good card. He is playing down on inside edge, but he also has George Springer. He has a good card in Justin Smoke. He's got DJ LeMahieu. He also has Madison Bumgarner on the mound. I'm using Mike Minor, and I haven't really used this card all that much. I recently faced him in a viewer game yesterday, and ended up using him in this event as well. I think I've maybe pitched with him once or twice before this, but this card is from the Braves Affinity, I believe. Definitely a good option to have for an event like this. A lot of times people lead off a left-handed batter. In this situation, I'm facing Gleyber Torres, so it didn't really pay off for me, but I noticed that this opponent was also swinging at a lot of low pitches. I was really trying to throw the ball below the zone, and of course, I threw one on the outside corner. With good feedback, that was a great hit from the opponent. He definitely sat on that one, went the other way with it nicely. I was just trying to get him to chase at something like this, and he was able to foul off everything in the last at-bat. But in the next at-bat, I was able to strike him out. Now we got to get that run back with Joey Gallo up at the plate. He is going to shoot one against the shift. That's going to go all the way to the wall on a ground ball. That's going to be a double. So that's a nice way to start this inning off. I just have to capitalize, move him over, and try to get him in. I have George Springer up at the plate, and he's also going to line one into left field. Joey Gallo is frozen on that one. He didn't really know whether to advance or not. But he throws it all the way home. I'm able to get to second base with George Springer. I'm trying to be aggressive in that situation. Now we have Jose Ramirez up. I felt like I got that one pretty good, but Jose Ramirez got a couple recent downgrades, and his against lefty stats doesn't really have the most power, just more of a contact hitter. I was able to line that one right to left field for the sac fly. Later on in the inning, he throws a cutter over the outside half of the plate. Chris Davis goes the other way with it for a no-doubter. He has that fastball quirk. I think I might have been under that one a little bit with the PCI, but I did get rewarded and hit it out for a 2-run homer. The opponent is going to go ahead and respond in the top of the 2nd with another run. He hits that one out with Logan Forsythe. And then follow up that, I was able to run him down, drop third strike. I didn't want to try and mess with the throwing meter too much. I tried to run him down with Gary Sanchez. In the 2nd inning, I was unable to get anything going. I lined out a couple times, one with Tommy Pham there, one with Jose Altuve, just 2 squared up pitches. It's all good, but on top of the 3rd, I just have to try and keep him from coming back. I just need to get 3 outs in this game. I'll have the 15th win. That'll be enough for the voucher, and I will indeed have a 6-0 run as well. But in this one, I threw a hanging curveball over the middle of the plate. He does a hit and run, and a good pitch to go on that one. I tried to do a slide step. I figured he was going to try and steal after bringing in that pinch runner, but he does go ahead and tie the game up. Now he has more hits than I do. This is a really good game so far. I was able to get the strikeout on that slider inside. And now we're facing Tony Watson with Jonathan Scope up. He's going to shoot that one the other way. Definitely one of the better cards for me in this event. That Jonathan Scope from the Orioles collection is really good. He has a really nice swing. Hit the no-doubter in the last game to win it. Now he's hitting a double to set this one up for a walk-off base hit from Gary Sanchez. If I'm able to get one, should have enough speed to score, but he is going to go ahead and send a no-doubter out, playing down on inside edge to 82 power. It does not matter. He hits that one out. We get the 15th win there on that walk-off as well. Have the 6-0 run. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe if you are new. Hopefully I helped you out with your starting rotation a little bit. And until next time, guys, peace out.